Hey all, it's that time of week again, and welcome to a very special edition of Devlog Fridays. Before we jump into this week's video, I would just like to warn you that there are huge spoilers ahead for the upcoming Halloween event. If you would prefer to keep the mystery alive, then come back after the event is over. Okay, are you ready? We have officially implemented a state-of-the-art boss mechanic into Jaws of Extinction. The idea to have players face off against giant bosses has been one of our goals for a long time. We were pleased to get started on this last year when we had players fight off Halloween Jack, a mad pumpkin-headed entity which stalked dusty barns across the map. With Halloween around the corner this year, we wanted to make something that was even better, as well as something that could ultimately have a permanent place in the game's long-term development. This boss fight will now form a basis for future bosses to come. Our original concept was a giant crocodile boss, one which would be resident in the bayou and could make use of the land and water, much like the regular crocodiles found in the game already. We liked the idea of giving the boss multiple stages and settled on the idea that the boss arena would have an inner and an outer section. The outer section would have more emphasis on puzzle solving, while the inner section would be more of an up-close and personal fight with the creature. Gustava is the first boss built on the latest AI system in Jaws of Extinction. She has been built from the ground up and features many bespoke features unique to her. The boss operates more like two bosses, one when in water and another when on the land. She is also the first AI controlled character in the game to feature bespoke custom animations from our team animator. Being able to design our own animations for a boss has given us far more flexibility in designing how the creature moves, fights and interacts with the environment. Additionally, we can now build elaborate cutscenes to support the action and help tell the story of the player's fight. Under the hood of Gustava's animation is a handmade rig designed to give maximum control to her armature, as well as delivering extra details such as flesh and muscle, which can wobble with her movements. One of the main challenges with a boss that can only move through water was handling the navigation. During the first half of the fight, Gustava won't leave the water. A lot of work went into keeping Gustava's movement quick and reactive, while also making sure she stays in the water until the right time. Another fairly complex part of her design was the idea that Gustava would need to be snared by bear traps dotted around the area. Original tests did not look all that great, so the system was redesigned, allowing any one of her 4 legs to be trapped. A unique animation plays depending on which leg is trapped, and her position is subtly moved to ensure that her position lines up just right with the trap on the ground. A big part of the fight is how players deal damage to the boss. Players cannot use regular weapons to hurt Gustava. Instead, they must make use of their environment by winding up massive log swing traps. These traps can throw Gustava backwards when they impact. So the layout of the boss's arena is designed to provide enough space and to give the player plenty of opportunities to see Gustava flying through the air. This is just the tip of the iceberg of what's to come. Gustava will be the building blocks to a series of innovative bosses that we intend to implement in the future. Along with plans to expand the various regions of Joe, we aim to develop our boss system to provide players with a unique experience depending on the environment. For instance, we have been conceptualizing various boss types that would complement the mountains, forest, ocean, city, and so on. Currently, Gustava is only available in the staging branch. After all of these new features have been tested, they'll be implemented to the main Halloween update on the 24th of October to the 4th of November. If you would like to test out these features and you're interested in taking part in the experimental staging branch, join our Discord for more information. That's all for this week. If you would like a more in-depth look into the patch notes, there will be a link in the description. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, follow our social media, and join our Discord to stay updated. Have a great weekend, and I'll catch you all next week.